Yo, what's up, guys? Back in another video. Today, here at Aiden. You talk now?
What do I say?
Just anything. Alright, it's fine. Whatever. So, we're reacting to the top 10 most dangerous water slides. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's start this.
In today's video, slide down one of the tallest water slides in the world, and also a now permanently closed water slide that ignored physics to a disastrous result.
Oh, he's big.
First though, here's a slide that pushed the now defunct Action Park into water park notoriety. Cannonball Falls. Action Park, also sometimes called Class Action Park because of the numerous injury-related lawsuits it faced, was one of the most notorious water parks in the entire world.
Never heard of
It
it.
was so notorious that when it was shut down in 1996,
I've been
the park
there.
rose a total of
Shut up,
6
never been there,
fatalities
never heard
and
of it.
so many injuries that no one seems able to actually count them. Funnily enough, it didn't stay closed though. It was actually reopened in 2010, and the new owners promised that people's safety would be their top priority. But judging by their first water slide on our list, it isn't apparently that. Cannonball Falls is the single water slide responsible for the most water park injuries not only in Action Park, but also the entire state of New Jersey.
How is that gonna hurt you?
I don't know.
How does that hurt?
Featuring a 10-foot drop into a pool at its end, this water slide looks tame in comparison to later entries on this list. But don't let that fool you. Because of the sheer amount of people who were getting injured on this thing, the park had to shut it down in September of 2015. During that season alone, 6 people were severely injured, 5 of which suffered shoulder injuries.
How is it really?
The Cannonball Loop. To make the
What
most
the
extreme
hell?
water slide,
That's
sometimes
dumb.
it's best to ignore the laws of physics. Wait, did I just say
How did
best?
they make that?
I actually meant worst.
I don't know.
Also, the fact that this abomination of a water slide resided in Action Park, New Jersey shouldn't come as a surprise to you now. The Cannonball Loop, the Cannonball Drop's twisted sister, expects riders to do a full loop right at the end of the
What is that? Bro, I'm going up that thing and I'm falling right back down. Like, I'm
I know.
stuck in there for the rest of my life. I'm never coming. How do people go out the other end? Pause.
I don't know.
Like,
slide. Don't get me wrong though, traveling fast enough to complete a full loop isn't a physical impossibility. What is an impossibility is coming out uninjured, however. During its testing phase, riders had to
oh
be
my God,
down to improve their chances of coming out at the end. How they came
No, I'm
out was
cooked
always
if I
a
don't
toss
do
though. They did try to test it with dummies at first, but the fact that they came out with broken or missing limbs did not deter them from moving on to human testing. The ride was so
That's
dangerous
fine.
that Action Park had to resort to paying its employees $100 just to test the thing out. By the way, most of them came out with injuries. The Cannonball Loop was only open for about a month before they finally came to their senses and
so that means people actually rode that thing before?
I don't know.
permanently closed the dang thing. Shoot the Rapids. Cedar Point Water Park in Sandusky, Ohio may refer to itself as the best amusement park in the world. That's really not the case, especially after a horrific accident occurred in one of its main attractions.
Oh.
In July of 2013, guests were on board the river rafting simulation ride Shoot the Rapids when the boat they were sitting in suddenly rolled back 187 feet down the lift track, hit the edge of a concrete flume, hit another boat, and then flipped over, trapping the riders upside down underwater. It was only a quick action of park employees and bystanders that the situation didn't devolve into something far more tragic. The accident happened because 2 of the ride's safety features failed, one that was designed to keep the boats from sliding backward and the other that was supposed to keep the boats on the track. The ride wasn't officially shut down until 2016, and most Cedar Point fans weren't especially sad to see it go. Comments about its horrible design, and most people said that it was a dangerous and faulty product and also a huge waste of space.
That's kind of dumb.
The Scorpion's Tail. Designed by engineering firm Whitewater West, the Scorpion's Tail is the first and only looping water slide in the US.
Have I been here before?
Let me clarify that though, the first looping water slide in the US that actually works.
I haven't been in there before.
You start your descent from 10 stories high and travel at high velocity down a 400-foot pipe. The loop is 27 feet high and curves at an angle of 60 degrees, and you're supposed to go around all of it. No belts, no carts, and no seats. Just you, splashing water and curving walls all around you.
That might hurt.
Speed is essential to complete the loop, hence this slide shoots riders at speeds of around 50 feet per second. The riders also constantly misted with water all throughout the ride. This allows them to be properly lubricated as they zoom around in the ride for the entire 9 to 14 seconds that they're on it. In
Not that
case you
long.
butt scoot your way into a slower pace than the required speed, which happens to 1% of all guests, you will slip back into the start of the loop, where an available opening will let you exit. In shame, of course.
Oh, well, won't.
The Insano. What makes Insano so dangerous is its insane height. Daring riders free fall from the
Alright,
top,
let's see
which
this.
is
I'm
about the
actually
height of a 14-story building, to the bottom of the steep drop at speeds of up to 65 miles an hour.
Oh, no, I'm
This
dead.
makes it one of the tallest
That's safe.
freestanding water slides in the world today. Built in 1989, the
Look at this.
135-foot-high ride held the
And
Guinness record for the
you're
world's
just going
tallest
straight
water
down.
slide. And then it lost it in
I
1999
wanna
when
go
it was
backwards
beat by
on
the
that.
193-foot Kilimanjaro in
Bro, I
Rio
don't know
de
what's
Janeiro.
wrong with you.
Still, Insano does justice to its name by being the tallest freestanding body slide and is certainly one of the most radical and potentially dangerous rides on the planet. It's located in a water park with superlatives of its own. Beach Park is the largest aquatic park in South America and one of the largest in the world. It has all you need to enjoy Brazil's hot sunny days. Rides, pools,
Oh, it's in Brazil?
saunas, ecological walks, and artificial rapids.
Oh. I'm gonna tell freaking Ben to go on.
The Sahara Sidewinder. As described in the Kalahari Resorts Ohio website, the Sahara Sidewinder is a slide that will let riders experience high speeds and high thrills as the tube launches down dark tunnels, gathering speed before rocketing into a tight curve around massive saucer openings. They did neglect to include one important thing though: injuries. Many people have been allegedly injured while riding the now defunct water slide, but only a few were reported to authorities. In one high-profile case in 2012, a family sued Kalahari Resorts for allegedly injuring a young boy while riding the Sahara.
Been on that.
Although the report did not
What?
mention what kind of injuries the
I've
boy
been on
suffered,
that.
it did mention that management was
Nah.
aware of the risks due to prior reported injuries on the slide and did nothing to improve the safety of said slides. After the lawsuits, the resort decided to finally close the slide down. The Aquascoot. It's only a matter of time before Action Park squeezed its way one more time into this list. This particular entry became worthy of this list not because it's the highest or the fastest, it's just because of stupid design. Because a fast-moving stream of water just isn't gonna cut it, one of the genius engineers at Action Park had the bright idea to make a slide out of warehouse rollers to send riders at breakneck speeds.
No, someone flying
Riders
out of
went
that.
down the Aquascoot on a plastic sled, and the idea was that you pick up a
So
lot of
safe.
speed and then skip across the water at the bottom like a flat stone. The problem was if you weren't sitting on the sled at exactly the right angle, you could and would get flung off of it. If
Yup.
that wasn't enough, the pool was so shallow, just 2 feet deep according to some reports, you wouldn't even have the benefit of a soft landing. And that's if you made
What
it as
the-
far as the water. Some unlucky riders fell off the sled on the way down, which would result in horrific pinching injuries, followed of course by a head injury
Aw.
once you got to the pool. Collisions
That hurts.
between riders was also common because Action Park employees didn't bother to wait until one rider exited the pool. They just sent another rider right down.
That's dumb.
Now it's time for the day's best pick. Today we have a water slide that could literally break a
That's big.
rider's bones. Fortunately, it's now closed down, but get to know more about number 3.
See it.
The Steamer Slide.
Oh,
The Steamer Slide in Calypso Park, Canada is considered one of the most dangerous water slides in the world. So dangerous, in fact, that back in 2015, Calypso Water Park was ordered by Ontario authorities to pay $500,000 in fines and damages. Apparently, the ride caused serious neck and back injuries to its riders, and worse, they were never reported. Reports of injuries date back as early as 2011, though, as former riders wrote reviews to air their grievances. One former rider wrote on TripAdvisor that the tube she and her husband were riding on suddenly flipped due to a strong gush of water, resulting in her breaking her collarbone and her husband suffering a concussion. And how did the
Wah,
park
wah.
compensate their injuries?
What?
Just
They were
don't.
given free passes to the water park, which expired 2 months after the incident occurred. While investigating it, it was found that the slide had developed a buckle in one end.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one
causing
before. I
tubes
wanted to go on it, but I saw
It
so
was
many
banned
people like
soon
almost drown
thereafter.
off of that one.
No, I've been on that in Kalahari. I've been on that. Like it was the same.
Yeah, I
thing
went to
almost.
Kalahari. It's by a
Water
ski
park in
resort, right?
Kansas City wanted to be known
Yeah.
as having the
Yeah, I
world's
went
tallest
there,
water
but I didn't
slide.
go
So
on that
they
one 'cause I
built a
passed out on the one next to
170-foot
it.
tall atrocity and named it Verrückt, which
My
means
first
crazy
ride
in
ever.
German, and yes, I'm mispronouncing it. Getting into the record books is fine as long as all safety precautions are considered.
Oh,
Oh, I've seen
Not
this
on the
before.
Verrückt, though, as proven by
Why-
what is the
why
most
the hell
horrific
would
water
they
slide
put a
accident
chain
in
over it?
history. A
don't
10-year-old boy
fly out?
named Caleb Schwab got on the ride and
Yeah,
was
but, like,
decapitated
yeah,
after his raft
everything.
caught air and his head struck a pole.
What?
According to the Independent, state attorneys actually
No.
brought criminal charges against the park, but they were later thrown out by a judge who said the evidence against the park was improper. Caleb's family did end up getting a $20 million settlement from the park and some of the companies involved in its design, but it's pretty hard to put a price on the loss of a child, particularly in such a horrific way. Fortunately, Verrucht was permanently shut down and dismantled in 2018 after 2 years of looming over the park as a horrible monument to one of the worst tragedies in water park history. Before we move on,
no, they went fine. No, they went fine.
So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
What?
Ooh.
The first one.
The slip and slide. I'm sure you've never heard of the slip and slide making an appearance on this list, much less the top spot. But believe it or not, this child's toy is probably the most dangerous thing in little Toby's toy box. The Consumer Product Safety Commission had done some testing on the slip and slide and concluded that adults and teenagers who dive into a slip and slide, especially with gusto, may hit and abruptly stop in such a way that could cause permanent spinal cord injury.
For you.
This could result in quadriplegia or paraplegia and several other
How is this
injuries.
the worst?
Yes, slip and slide is a potential
Oh, that's
to literally
sick, yo.
cripple
Oh my
you,
god.
At least according to a 1993 report
Okay.
where a slider's forward momentum drove the body into the neck and compressed the spinal cord. You think that slip?
That was dumb. But that was a quick video. I'm not gonna lie. That went by fast.
That's only 10 minutes.
Alright, well, I hope y'all liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.